Hello! We're live again with the Burning Wheel. It seems like everybody's frozen now.
I understand why they call it
There
Burning
we
Wheel,
go.
because, you know, we're on fire and we're just going around in circles. Like the bad
pretty much.
So I see that there is some artistic renderings of Dellon's death on the map.
Yes.
I'm excited
Clearly
about that.
not representative of the occurrences.
Mm-hmm. I think that's just how Alphonse wants it to end, so...
Yeah. You see what's really happening, and then it goes into Alphonse's little imaginary bubble, and that's what we see.
So yeah, let's go back to Antonius and them. Antonius, what are you gonna try to do next?
He injured me. Now I'm angry. Do I get bonus dice for that?
No.
Oh, there's no.
I give Antonius a rousing speech.
If this guy was like integral to one of your beliefs, then maybe like in the sense of like this person has killed my family and now I will get vengeance for it. Not just the simple fact that your mission is to kill him.
There's rules for shrugging off a wound, right? I mean, you could probably do that to make that be like, I'm mad, so I'm gonna shrug off my wound. I don't know what those rules are.
I think you have to spend a persona.
Oh, is that what it is?
Well, no, wait a second. It might actually be a fate. Let me look. Yep, it's one fate. You temporarily negate a +1 ob penalty. Unfortunately, he has a -1 dice wound penalty, so he has to spend a persona. Yep.
Gotcha. That's
so if you don't want to spend a persona, you could ignore that. But
For how long? Till the end of the encounter?
I think it's until the end of the scene.
Okay. I'm going to do that then.
Well, let me check before you do it, just to make sure. Okay, apparently it's in a different section.
Alright, worldbuild.
Here we go.
Wait, Caleb, did I do a challenge? It says I did. Or challenging.
What challenge? What are you talking about?
Faith. There's one covered, and I don't remember doing anything for it. Well, I mean, I don't remember, but is that right, or is that something else?
Last until the scene is over. Yep. What are you referring to? What test? What skill rather?
Because I already did a challenging faith. You remember what challenging was?
Or are you saying that you would have increased your faith?
No, I'm saying.
He's saying he doesn't remember doing one.
Yeah, I don't know if I did or not.
Let's look.
But it had to have been ob 5, right?
Yeah, you didn't. At the very least, you didn't succeed on anything like that. So, and you would have to succeed to get the test. Okay, so yeah, Antonius, what are you just gonna spend that persona to ignore that wound?
Yeah, because you said it's just the end of the encounter.
Yep.
Heck, I can't turn it on.
Yeah. All right, I will do that.
Okay. So I'll just go ahead and exit and then remove that.
Okay. I already took the persona down. At 4, now I'm at 3.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah. So what else besides that do you want to do? And then Theo, you said. Theo, you said you wanted to help Antonius.
Yeah.
With the battle. Okay.
So I'm seeing. So Theo's just broken free then.
Yeah. Theo and Alphonse are both free now.
Make him free.
Okay. I think. It's really hard when he can impose my power with his knife.
True.
Because I don't have any stat high enough to.
You're trying to disarm
Can I do mending? Can I do mending on him?
No. Cannot try to mend him to death.
I'm ending is 6.
You should use your knife and try and disarm him, and then you can use your power to try and subdue him next time. And he won't be able to use his knife because he won't be carrying one.
That's true.
I gotta
So
find
make your
I'm gonna do that then. I'm going to use the knife to try to disarm him.
You also have the assistance from Theo, so it'll be easier this time than it was last time.
Sure. So Theo, do you want to just like add a helping dice then to Antonius' roll here?
Essentially,
I mean,
grab a hold of
if
him so I
want,
can disarm him.
Yeah.
My brawling and
Sure. Yeah.
power and stuff.
So yeah, you help him with your
Both
brawling
Theo
and
and I
add a
can grab
dice.
his legs.
Yeah, and Alphonse can help too
I'm
because
gonna-
he has a
I'm gonna
brawling.
add-
Yeah. So
that
just
worked super well last time.
yeah.
Alphonse
So Antonius, just go ahead and add 2 modifier dice for their helping.
Yeah.
I thought that was your fault, Alphonse. It just
And the op is going to be opposed, correct?
Yeah. So let me go ahead and roll his stuff.
Don't worry, I'm gnawing at his ankles.
Watch me brawl like a zombie.
So his roll is a 2, and I'm gonna actually re-roll those dice. So just wait for the fate stuff.
He's important, man.
Yeah. So he has 3. 3 is his final.
Well, he did just
modifier.
assassinate like 2 random people.
It's
for no
true.
reason, so I assume he's at least not
And he
important.
and he definitely earned fate for those things that he did.
Wow.
Well, what is your-
Nice.
Wow.
Real helpful, guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ty does go to the defender. Oh, you got 06 though, so you can re-roll that.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, and another one.
No.
Fun. So yeah, I mean, you fail. But I mean, nothing bad happens. It's just a stalemate. So the guy is like, the guy's like weaving in and out of like the combat, like ducking and underneath your blows.
We like can't even grab him. He's like,
Yeah,
And
and
then I book it.
I think he tries to escape at this point. I think he realizes he's definitely outnumbered and he's not going to win this fight. So he rolls a speed, and you guys can oppose him with whatever you would like try to grab him or just run after him. Anything you'd like to do.
I'm gonna try to grab him.
Okay.
Um,
This is his
with the same
speed roll.
power.
He only got a 1, so
I'm gonna grab,
Nice.
yeah, I'm gonna grab him using power.
'Kay.
With the +1 modifier because we're doing knives and I can fork in knives.
sure.
Can I do agility to get him?
I see
Wait,
what
what?
you did there.
Okay. So yeah, you just grab him, Antonius.
Uh,
You have now have him grabbed, and then let's cut over back to Dellon. And Cantarius, you burst into the room as Dellon and Min are fighting.
Hey, someone who might be able to actually do damage when they get 7 dice over his score. So I'm not
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
How does this go?
Well, it depends on what he does, because I'm supposed to be doing him on my own. So
Cantarius?
at you, Connor.
I'd probably just. Oh, I was just thinking. I mean, I'd probably just attack.
Okay.
Well, okay. So you come in. Do you do anything or say anything? You just like.
You just
'Cause,
see,
okay,
yeah,
so
you
you
just
walk
see
in-
Dellon and Min like fighting a sword duel, basically.
Okay. So as soon as you walk in, I glance over because someone just walked in, and then I see it's you, and I'm like,
Okay.
restrain her. She's a suspect, I guess. I don't know what they would call him. She's a heretic, and he just nods over to her, and then to the abbess, and he's like, leave him to me, because I fight all the dudes by myself apparently, because I'm smart like that. I don't like to win. I just like to get the
Okay.
I mean, I just attack.
All right. So
You're just gonna ignore him.
now, does
Your
this?
Me?
No, you just used to arrest her.
Oh yeah. I told you to
Yeah.
arrest the abbess. I'm fighting a dude.
Oh yeah, no. So I'm gonna go arrest the lady. Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
that's what I meant. I'm gonna go
I was
attack her.
so confused. You said attack him, and I was like, what?
Yeah. Okay.
I said attack
So
her.
so
Oh, I didn't
while
hear you.
Cantarius, while you're like rushing towards the abbess, Dellon and Min, let's do our opposed sword again.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I can keep my single combat wise because I'm still fighting by myself. All right. Go ahead. I'll set your. Oh, it's my obstacle.
Oh wow. Those wounds are paying off. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
wait. I'm gonna spend another fate point.
It's not gonna help.
what
I
about-
mean, it's
I have another 6. Oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
keep
make a
forgetting
difference at
you
this
can't
point.
get better than that. That annoys me. Oh well.
Okay, so there is a rule technically. I mean, with the fight rules that like you add extra successes that you're not using for anything on the damage, but that's when successes are used to do a whole bunch of other different things too. So it's not quite applicable here.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I was like, I'm pretty sure there's a way to one-shot people, and yeah. But yeah, that makes sense. We're not using the whole rules.
Yeah. So let's see. He gets another light wound, which means he has 3. Luckily for
Am I just like
him,
coming with them? Why am I just like? Because every other time I fought somebody, I've just wasted them so far because we've done a one roll.
exactly,
fight.
and I think
So-
the reason I'm having this do this is this guy's a really good swordsman. Like
No, that's fine. I'm trying to think,
narratively.
like, so that's why I'm only able to. Okay.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's like every other person I fought, even who was as good as him, I've just one-shotted because that was how we did it.
But that's the thing. I
But
mean,
then I'm trying to figure
you
out why he
one-shotted.
was doing
Yeah, you one-shotted the lady because you just knocked her out with the
Didn't
hilt.
have her sword.
Yeah, exactly. And then you one-shotted the band or the cultists or whatever because they're easy. I mean, they're they're nothing.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what the narrative reason, or at least if he had a reason like mentally of
Sure,
why
yeah.
he isn't trying to, but he doesn't. I don't think. Oh, I died. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
continue to
yeah, luckily for him,
cook
he
his
has
arms.
all of his stats are 4 dice. If you get one more wound, I mean, he's down. He's incapacitated, so.
Cool. Oh, I should have. Well, I guess it wouldn't have made a difference. I was gonna pray again, but
Yeah, so Cantarius, the abbess sees you running towards her, and she.
I mean, this is a pretty small room, isn't it? Like, does she have a lot of time to really do anything about it?
Not really.
Yeah,
I mean,
I got it.
what I'm saying is she's gonna go ahead and roll a faith roll, basically for an intercession. Brings the hand of the god down to pluck the devotee from danger.
Wow.
So that's a very difficult roll.
Yeah, I imagine.
Luckily for her, she has a high faith and she has the believer trait. So it's only an ob 7 for her.
Up 7. What's her faith?
6.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Wow.
Yeah,
that did not go
so
well.
she very much failed.
that was garbage.
So yeah, she's praying like fervently to whatever god she's praying to. To the great god is what she's actually praying to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
He's on my side, obviously. I'm hoping this guy.
right. She's just praying fervently, and then Cantarius, you just run up to her, and what do? She's just at your mercy because her prayers are not answered.
Okay. I mean, I just restrain her.
Okay.
Get her out of the room.
Just go ahead
Do I
and
have to roll?
yeah, make it like she's gonna try to struggle. So it'd be
So
like
what do you want me to
an
do, just,
opposed power test, I think.
Dang it. Okay, mods. No.
It's gonna be ob 2.
Are you serious? Okay, I'm
You got
wounded.
outpowered
That's
by the
fine.
Yeah, you're
abs.
wounded.
Yup.
So the abbess
That's
breaks free from
fantastic.
you and then runs. She tried,
Can I get an
but
intimidation check for her to stop?
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
What is your intimidation like? What are you doing exactly?
If you move one more inch, when I get my hands on you, you won't be able to pray any longer. You won't believe if there is a God.
Oh wow, nice. Okay, go ahead. Well, it's against her will, so I believe that's a 4. Yep, ob 4.
I literally don't even know how. Literally the worst. I only have a
Wow.
7 in intimidation.
That's so funny.
You suck. Oh.
Yeah, okay, so you failed that. I mean, mark those tests, though. Make sure you mark those tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the abbess just blows you off. She's like, yeah, whatever. And she just keeps running. Unfortunately for her, there's no good way out of the chapel except for across the middle of the floor where Dellon and Min are sparring. So, Dellon, if you see this, you'll have a chance to like intercept her. But let's cut back over to Antonius and Alphonse and Theo. So, Antonius, so we have the guy. You have the guy in a like a arm lock or whatever, right? Like, or you grabbed him at least. So
I'd bear him, probably.
yeah, so I think what happens here is he makes one final like attempt to just stab you with whatever ability he has left, and then we'll see how that goes. And if he fails, then you basically just have him like in an arm lock that he can't do anything about. So
Okay. And that would be opposed to my power.
yep, it'd be his knife opposed to your power.
Okay. And again, I'm doing silverware. So. Oh boy.
And he's gonna use his last fate. Mark that it's his last fate because I don't want to keep cheating and making more fate rolls for him. But he got 2 more successes, so that's a 5.
Shoot. Okay. Can you guys give me a hand with this? You guys still have a hold of him, right?
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
really fork in like sort of what?
I can't hear you. Theo.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you can't hear me.
you guys can both help with like power or whatever. I mean, whatever you do, you can just give one dice.
I left at this point.
You've left?
Yeah.
Okay, you just walk out of the room.
Can you help keep
And
him from
I'm booking it to the chapel.
The chapel? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Theo, help me.
Yep.
Theo, keep.
you're muted, Theo. Or Adam.
Okay, I was just making sure. I thought you said you couldn't hear me before.
It was just a little garbled, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just a little garbled. But okay.
So did he succeed in trying to stab you?
Well,
Not yet. We haven't.
so yeah, Theo, you're adding 1 dice to Antonius's roll, like just helping with power or whatever.
Probably agility.
Okay, that works. Sure. Go ahead and roll that with 1 help dice.
Oh.
There's a 6 there.
Honestly, I'd have to get 2 6s. I'd have to get at least one 6.
Yeah. That is a 1 in 12 chance.
But I'm defending, so if I can get. No, well. Yeah, statistics work differently on a gaming table. Always, they work differently.
It's so
on a gaming
true.
table. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would do.
So you're not.
I
Gonna reroll
could
that.
take because his intent is not to break free. His intent is to hurt me, correct?
Breaking free.
So he still needs to try again to break free.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking free.
And his damage is calculated based on how much more he succeeds.
Yep. And
Okay.
so at this point, I mean, it's not going to be that big of a wound, especially given your health and your health track or whatever. Yeah, no successes. So yeah, I mean, for him, just looking at this real quick, I believe it's only a mark. So yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's just equal to the wielder's power, which is 4, plus the add, which is 0 for a knife. So, or the power for a knife or whatever. But so that for you, a 4 is only a superficial wound. So it only gives you an obstacle penalty, not a dice penalty. So he just nicks you
Okay.
again. And you can actually spend a fate to try to shrug that off, if you would like to. I mean, you just automatically shrug it off, but you can spend a fate to do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that as well then. I'm the tank, aren't I?
You are
I need
indeed.
some armor.
You are indeed.
I need a bit of armor and some kind of weapon ability, and then I can be our tank.
All right, so let's see here. You haven't like restrained him, but you have. I mean, you took a hit, and you still have him like he's squirming and whatnot. So let's just go ahead and roll that opposed power real quick, just to see if he'll break free. And
Okay.
we'll see what.
I could use another assistance by somebody, although I don't know that his powers.
I mean, it's fine. Just add a helping dice for Theo. It's whatever he gives. It will be a 1 probably. So,
Okay.
Obtu.
And then I have a knife on me.
Yep. And actually, since he's probably forking in his knife too, I'm gonna go ahead and roll another 6 for him. So he did get another success. So that's a 3. But you have 2 6s, so you can spend a fate and easily get another success.
Okay.
All right, so that's a tie. Unfortunately, tie goes to the defender. So
Meaning, so I don't get. See, this is the weird part here,
yeah.
because essentially what I was and I guess we didn't really clearly state intent, but I guess I was intending to slam him to the ground and hold him down.
Okay.
Which, with my superior weight and size, that should have been fairly easy. But
again, yeah, it's opposing with the power.
That's
Then
yeah. So, but because he wins that one, I'm not able to do that to him.
yeah, let's just go
Would
ahead
that
and
also be
say
him sliding free.
no. Let's go
And-
ahead and say let's go ahead and say for the purposes of this that it's just a stalemate. You guys
Okay.
are just like wrestling with each other, kind of a thing, and yeah, Theo's trying to like get him off of you, kind of, or like help pin him down, but the guy's just like struggling, kind of a thing. So yeah, let's pop over back over to Dellon and Cantarius. So our Dellon, do you see? Would you be paying attention enough to see the abyss go across run across the middle of the room? I'm assuming that
Well, I
you
mean,
would,
we're probably
but-
fighting in the middle of the room, aren't we?
But I
Yeah,
mean,
so
she's not gonna like run right into the middle of your combat, but like,
No, right. But I mean, I imagine you'd have enough wherewithal to be like, there's a person running in our general direction. Plus, he doesn't know if she's running past us or if she's
sure,
trying
okay,
to like do a thing.
yeah. So do you like intercept her?
So,
If you do so, the problem is Min will probably have an opening.
yeah, I mean, I don't think he's gonna like. He's not really worried about her getting away. Like, worst case scenario, she runs out and we just
Right.
ride her down on a horse. Like, it's not a huge deal.
Okay.
Plus,
So you just wanna
he
fight.
expects his Cantarius has 5 speed. I mean, she's not gonna get away. At least I don't think he'll get away. He'll get away from this.
Problem is he is wounded, so
Well,
and he's blind.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
but he somehow has 5 speed, so he must be pretty decent at getting around.
yeah.
So you're just gonna fight the guy still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Let's make that a post sword.
right. Time to. Oh no, this will actually knock him out if I actually manage to beat him
Yep.
again. Which.
Yeah, he's gonna re-roll those dice. And whoa!
Nice.
Oh man. Bye, David.
So 6, and that's it though. He doesn't get any more successes. So
All right. So he's at 6, you said?
yep, he has 6 successes altogether.
Okay. He still dies.
Yep, nice. So how does this look, Dellon?
So can I, like, knock him out and throw him at the abyss?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So I think we're fighting whenever he comes in, and I just like he does like an overhead attack. I move, I hit him with the pommel of my sword, knock him out, and just kind of like roll him into her.
Okay. Awesome.
And then, I don't
So
know if
make
that's
an
what
agility
would be.
roll. Yeah, against her speed.
Okay, I can do that. I do have gray agility.
You do.
So, against her speed, you said?
Yep.
Alright, I don't have any modifiers, do I?
So-
There's
No, I don't think so.
Maybe brawling? Would brawling be? I mean, that's kind of a
Sure.
knockdown,
Yeah, you
drag
can.
out fight.
Sure. Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, against her 2 speed, so that's her ob. That's the ob there.
Oh yes.
Nice. Awesome. So
My
yeah.
intention was just to basically knock her over. So
Yeah,
Cantarius
and
could
so
get
so
her,
the abbess
but
just
yeah.
sprawls to the floor.
Yay.
Cantarius, what are you doing? You gonna like run up to her and like put your boot on her chest or something like that, like pin her down?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounded like
You want me to roll for it?
No, you're fine. So yes, you pinned her down. Alphonse, that's when you run into the room. So
I'm like, Dellon, Antonius needs your help right away. He's almost dead.
I mean falsehood.
I find your
mean-
lack of confidence disturbing.
I mean, it's a falsehood.
It depends, I guess, on what he thinks.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the
I
thing.
just assumed he was gonna
Alphonse.
lose.
Yeah, Alphonse, are you trying to get Dellon to go?
At this point, I want him to go kill the dude with Antonius, because Theo's wounded and
wait,
Antonius.
why am I wounded?
Isn't he still wounded?
I mean, you're all wounded basically at this point.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
got struck by lightning.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's like the only thing that's still.
Yeah.
So I think Dellon just rolls his eyes like for crying out loud to do everything, and then he just
Like,
looks
hey,
at
you want me to
Cantarius.
fight them?
What you say?
Like, you want me to fight? Jeez, hurry up.
And then he looks over at Cantarius and he says, "Keep an eye on her. Don't let her run off with this one." And then he goes and runs off to the other room. Well, do I even know which room they're in? I don't think I do. Or yeah, I don't think I do. 'Cause
No,
I
you don't.
beelined it
I give
straight
you that.
for yeah. So okay, before I do that, I'm like, which room?
I like the one that I was in, except I'm a lot more
That's-
detailed.
Super helpful. Oh, okay. It's like if you really say that, I have no idea where that is.
No, I'm detailed.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so he nods, and then he looks at Cantarius and says, you know, keep an eye on her. And then yeah, I'll just go try to help them not die.
Can I persuade you, Cantarius, to let her up and like you just guard the door instead of putting your boot on her?
You have a thing about always having the person in charge make the decisions.
Yeah, probably.
Have we lost Theo, or is it just me?
Hey, who does Cantarius consider in charge? Because it's probably either Sergio or
Dellon.
Dellon.
I consider Dellon to be in charge.
Okay.
Really? That's interesting.
I mean, I don't know who else he would consider, except Sergio, but Sergio's not here, so.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, what do you think the difficulty of that would be, Connor?
Like,
I mean, just against his will, I'm assuming.
yeah.
Just have a trait that kind of contradicts.
And I'm not really asking you to do anything detrimental. I'm just saying, watch the door.
I mean, I specified
instead
don't let her
of-
go anywhere with you. Like, don't let him do anything. Because
Oh,
I know
really?
that's
You
what you're gonna
did?
try and.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I said don't let her take him anywhere or anything like that. Like, I said keep an
Oh,
eye on her.
okay, yeah, no, never mind then.
Well, that's why I said guard the
Specifically in
door.
regards
That's
to
the
you.
only exit.
Yeah, no, I would legitimately not let you do anything then. I would say, Dellon wanted me to watch her, not you.
Wait, what?
I would say Dellon wanted me to watch her, not you.
Oh, okay.
Then I don't want you to watch her. I want him. to watch her.
Oh, okay. I thought you were speaking.
Not that he's not supposed to watch
watching
you.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say.
I think I understood what you were.
I'm like, okay. There's no the door is the only exit, and I kind of want to get information out of her, which would help Dellon. It would help Dellon, and he'd be like, "Oh, hey, that's
Dellon
cool.
said
You got
not to.
information out of her."
Dellon said not to. Dellon said not to.
Yeah.
I just keep saying that.
What difficulty do you think that is, Connor?
I mean, it goes against one of my beliefs.
Yeah.
So,
There doesn't necessarily have to be a difficulty. If your character straight up wouldn't, then he doesn't have to. But
yeah.
I mean,
Just
it's up to
roll.
you, like,
Roll and see. I'll see whether or not it would be high enough to legitimately.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
So I'm guessing you don't think of me romantically. a second. I have to look at my book.
Okay.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
What'd you get?
9.
Nice.
Wow. Do you think that'd be high enough, Connor?
It's like I'm
I
gonna.
mean,
I'm gonna
he is only trying to convince you to let him talk to her, not like actually do anything or go anywhere with her. So I guess that's
Yeah.
probably not like it's not like you're letting him walk off with her in a closet or anything. Like, you know, a 9 is probably good enough.
Yeah, might as well, but I don't. I mean, I stay in the room. I don't leave.
Oh yeah,
Oh
obviously,
yeah,
yeah.
no, I was never asking you to do that. I was just
Okay,
like watch the door,
alright.
and then that way no one else can sneak in as well.
Okay.
Okay, so that happens then.
Yeah, I mean, I walk towards the door, but I just use magical hearing to hear everything you're saying.
Yeah,
The room's pretty small, I think,
I
right? Like
expect
you
that.
could probably hear just being in the room at
Yeah.
all. I think it was just like a really small little prayer chapel thingy.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's kind of big. It's not like really small or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Well, it looked really tiny
medium-
on the map. But
It's about
yeah,
medium
was-
sized.
Okay.
Antonius and Theo. What was the last roll that happened? He still has to try to break out, correct? Or
Yes, I managed to keep. I couldn't.
Right, it was a
slam him
stalemate.
to
It was a
the
stalemate.
ground. I
All right,
managed to
so
restrain him.
yeah, let's go ahead and make. I think he's actually gonna make an agility roll to try to like slip out of your grasp at this point instead of power. He's actually better at that. So nice.
Shoot. Okay. I'm going to make power roll this time. I'm going to keep him from slipping out and also probably slam him to the ground and restrain him. Since I want this to go somewhere. I assume Theo's helping.
I think so,
Where are you
right?
trying to get this to go?
Theo, are you helping with this
Yeah.
roll? Okay.
Alright. Cool.
I'll pick him up.
Nice. Awesome. So
Oh.
describe this,
Yeah.
Josh. How does this go down?
He's just going to sort of twist and happens to go because I'm not trained with any sort of martial art.
Right.
He just sort of twists and it
That was
happens in the
bad.
same direction I'm trying to slam him. So I'm just sort of,
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, he just like groans. He's like, oh. So I mean, you basically have him restrained. So
At
What would
this
you-
point, I'm going to take his knife then
okay.
and give it to Theo and/or just get rid of it depending on where Theo
Nope,
is. in
give it to me. I
this.
don't have a weapon.
Yeah, give it to Theo.
Do you have a knife skill?
Trident skill. It's like a big knife.
They're basically the
You break the sword into three, or the knife into 3 pieces, and you're like, there, now it's a trident.
How much? I was a gladiator. I know how to use a sword or knife.
I mean, does it say knife skill on your sheet? Just saying.
You were very specifically skilled with a trident and a trident only.
Yeah, if you used the knife in the gladiator ring, you didn't
It's
leave.
a device. It's
Yeah,
called a knife.
no. Knife is
Like,
mine
certainly
wherever
would not have
you
survived if you were stuck with a knife in a gladiator pit. Unless you were stuck against a guy who had nothing, in which case, you know, whatever. At what point do I come in? Is like,
I mean,
is
it
this
depends on-
relatively simultaneous, or?
Yeah, it was depending on what Antonius and Theo were gonna do next.
Okay.
We're gonna interrogate this dude. What's going on? I don't even know. The last thing I remember is I was just being choked, and I woke up here fighting this guy.
I don't. Sorry. Sorry, I was looking at the.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, Antonius, what the heck is going on?
This man has been going around town killing people.
I feel like
Ah,
Antonius should be
that's
asking
true.
you that question.
I'm curious what you're doing here.
What?
How did you come to be tied up in this room?
I don't know. I was with the abbess, and next thing I know, I woke up here. Somebody was choking me.
Oh, that left out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, exactly what were you doing before you were choked? With
Asking
the
you about
abyss.
Shut up!
Crow
You're not the one
Inquisitors.
asking questions. I put my neck on that assassin. I throw my knee in the assassin's throat.
She was asking me about the Crow Inquisitors.
And what did you tell her?
Told
Everything.
them. No, I didn't. I only told them we didn't work for the
I was kidding. You know.
apathy.
One more time, Cantarius interrupted.
You hear him from the other side of the room.
Yeah.
So what did you tell her?
I just told her that we didn't work for the papacy. That's it.
Okay.
But wait, there was one more thing. She mentioned something about a staff. I thought maybe she was referring to Cantarius' staff. Does that have anything to do with this?
Probably. This man has been going around killing the people who have been infected with the disease caused by Cantarius' staff. He killed one.
So he's a
attempting to
hero.
kill another,
Yeah, so that's a new
time we caught him.
that's a new thing, Theo, that you hear. Like you didn't know that it was caused by the staff.
Wait, the staff caused the green smoke?
Yes. Yes. Cantarius threw it in the forge. And when it burned, it released it didn't burn, but it released an enormous amount of green smoke.
Well, what does the abbot have to do with all this?
Not sure. To be honest, I came here chasing this man.
Where's Dellon and
Push-
Cantarius?
The guy's throat. I don't know where Dellon and Cantarius went. They went further into the abbey. I would assume they are.
Let's take care of this guy and
otherwise
we'll find him.
occupied.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, can't breathe here.
Bring me that rope, Theo.
Can I punch him in the face?
Sure.
Just kind of like
Hey,
Ugh.
him up. And like,
hey, no, let's
What in
not
the
do
abyss was that for?
who's your
That's
leader?
not-
Where is she?
Give me that rope, and then we can interrogate.
No,
him,
I want
please.
to say that because I still thinking like I think
So who is your leader? Is what you
where's
asked?
the abbess? Like I said that to
Oh.
him because
Where's the abyss?
I'm assuming he's the guy who choked me out, and I'm thinking that maybe she was captured or something like that.
Okay, he says. He just doesn't say anything. He just stonewalls you and stares at you.
Can I punch him again?
Sure. Do you want to make like a brawling test to try to like get him to talk?
Yeah.
Just like throw him around and like beat him up.
Can we
Yeah.
get a rope on him first? Maybe.
Yeah.
If you wait till I come in, I can help.
I'm up, Antonius.
Okay. Can I get my not skill added to being trained? Because
Absolutely, I can do that.
Can you help with a skill that's being trained?
Well, I mean, all he's doing, he's just flat out rolling it
okay.
to.
I see.
Tie him up.
What do I do? What's the
Antonius is just gonna roll knots because he has pretty good knots and he wanted to learn it anyway, so he'll tie him up. But yeah, you can't really help him. I mean, technically, I think in the narrative you are helping him, but it doesn't actually add any dice because it's not a skill that
Essentially,
either
you're
of you
just
learn.
restraining him while I tie, and narratively that's helpful, but mechanically it doesn't change anything.
And again, like
what should I
you're
do
gonna
for-
tie him up no matter what, but this is like to determine the goodness of how. This is
I'm
how
looking
well
for-
you
yeah,
tie
I'm
him.
looking to.
how well you do it?
Yeah, I'm looking for a good knot that will.
So just go ahead and make it a graduated test.
Like-
Double figure efficient burglar.
I'm just gonna want to try to tie him. Is there a chair in the room?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to tie him to the chair in such a way that he has it's a very awkward angle for him to try to wiggle free the way Theo did. Just graduate this one then?
Yeah. Just make it graduated.
Cool. What? What?
Wow.
That does not make sense.
I mean, again, like
He's
it doubled the odd because you didn't know the skill, but it's just a graduated test. So I mean, you tie him. It's not very good tie at all. Like, it's not a very good at all. But
How about like
you don't really know
Theo
that.
must not have done a good job of restraining him then. Has he been fighting then?
What were you saying, Adam?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a reason why it wouldn't work. Like, I don't think it's like him. It's just like there's something wrong. Like,
But
if the
like,
rope isn't big
Could be
enough.
the rope might not be long enough. I mean, it depends on if
That's
you
what I
grab the
said,
one. Maybe you grab the one.
Like he grabbed one. It's like, oh, the rope isn't really that long, so he can't really get a good knot.
Maybe it's just really bad rope. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it could be damaged from when you'd broken free too. You could.
that's true. I think it's a combination of probably all of those things.
I could interrupt you. Maybe I interrupt you, and then you kind of finish half-heartedly because I'm in the, you know.
I think it's a combination of all of those things.
That's a good option too.
So Dellon, you go ahead and
I
walk
just
in at this
stab-
time.
And I
Okay.
stab my knife through his hand into the floor so he can't move.
Well-
Sure.
Here's his hand.
You could if you'd want to.
All right, so
Yeah.
this guy's wearing a green cloak. Like, we know for sure that he's the guy who was the assassin, right?
It's a logical assumption to make.
Okay, well, because we saw a green cloak.
Yeah, it's the
torn
same
on the
cloak.
thing.
It's the same cloak.
Okay,
It's
okay.
very like, again, you don't know absolutely 100% for sure, but it's
Right.
pretty obvious.
Okay. So I think as soon as Dellon walked in, so he's tied to a chair, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I walk up to him, and I grab the back of the chair, and I slam the sword so that it goes through his shin and into the wood, and it like hangs itself there, so like I could let go of the sword. And then I'm like, he's just like, you murdered two women, or tried. You murdered a woman and tried to murder a second. What are you doing? Why did you do that? He's more eloquently and
Yeah.
more mad. But
And again, he just stonewalls it.
We're
Like
mad.
he's staring straight at
stonewalls
you.
me? There's a sword hanging from his shin, and he stonewalls me.
Okay, so explain to me again what exactly you did. Like what?
He took the sword. So his legs are in front of the legs of a chair, right?
Right.
So he put the sword through his leg and into the leg of the chair, so that the leg of the chair, the wood, would hold the sword, and
Oh,
his
ow.
shin would also hold the sword.
Okay, I mean,
So
roll,
basically, he went through the shin and into the wood.
roll a
This
sword
guy hates
test.
Stonewalling. This guy
I
hates
mean,
Stonewall.
he's restrained, isn't he? I mean, he can't like dodge, can he?
No, I know. Roll a sword test to see how well you do. Because this is the thing. You're rolling a sword test, and your intent is to get this guy to talk. So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah,
Um,
and that's gonna be against his will, which is
can I use brawling or anything like that to help?
sure you can force
Like,
that in.
can I rough him up too?
Sure.
I don't think I have anything
And
else.
I mean, Theo and Antonius could probably both help you with their respective things. If you all just want to make this like one big roll to just interrogate, like torture him basically into
Okay, sure.
talking, then you can totally do that.
So then I have 3.
Yeah, I want to beat the crap out of him. This guy's a bad guy.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, definitely. So his will is 4.
Alright,
So- I'm
Okay.
yeah.
Wait, Dellon, are you here now?
4. Yeah. You missed the part where I stabbed him?
Can I use observation
You're
to
somewhere else, right?
see what I can glean from his?
Wait, you stabbed the guy that you're with us, all three of
Yeah,
us, right?
I didn't kill him. I stabbed his leg.
Wait, do you know what's going on?
No, well, I know that guy tried to murder 2 women, so that's why
I
I'm
see.
mad at him.
So who knows that the abbess is bad? Just Cantarius?
I know she's bad.
Well, I never
I
asked you
know
that. I
she's
didn't know that.
shady.
I just
know,
gave
sorry,
her
I
a
know
word where
she's-
she tried to get me murdered, so
Yeah, I don't know.
she also
that
lied to
she's
me
bad.
about where you guys were. So
I don't know that she's bad. I just know that she's distasteful. Let's put it that way.
Okay,
also
so
he probably adds that his friend in the other room is incompetent.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what are the
Abbott.
questions that you're asking him?
I want to know why or what he's doing and why he tried to kill 2 women.
Okay,
first.
yeah, I mean,
He-
yeah. So this is after you like we have like a montage of like Dellon like stabbing him through the leg, and then like Theo like roughing him up and like punching him against the wall, and, like throwing him, and then Antonius is like breaking his knuckles or something like breaking his fingers or whatever.
Yeah.
brother.
I'm not going to break his fingers now.
What would you do, Antonius?
I think I would stand there looking threatening, like the sort of trump card,
Okay, all right.
saying, "I just beat you, and
Yeah,
these guys
yeah,
are doing
yeah.
the worst. And if they can't make me talk, I'm gonna be here."
Right.
And then you'll see, and you'll get to figure out why my power is so much higher than yours.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool. Yeah. So
If you lay on the pillows there, like
I mean, he looks at Dellon, and he's about to answer kind of the thing, and he says, fine, I'll tell you. I
Awesome. What is all these?
I was sent to stop the disease. The smoke. It wasn't used correctly. It wasn't the right time. It escaped too soon. Bad things happen. I was trying to stop the spread. You're muted if you try to say anything, David.
sorry. He said, "What do you mean, spread too soon? That was intentional. Someone did that on purpose."
No, you aren't getting what I'm saying.
Oh, Jason.
I'm saying that wasn't the intention. The smoke isn't supposed to do that.
Too soon insinuates that spread was the intention. It just
Yes,
happened too soon.
But the spreading, the disease wouldn't happen if we spread it at the right time. The smoke it has another purpose. I wasn't.
And what is that?
I wasn't told all that much about it. It's supposed to, I don't know, give us knowledge or something.
And who knows what it's supposed to do? Who was the one that didn't tell you?
Min and Achia, they both know more than I do about this. I'm just that I was brought in late in this.
Are they people we've already detained, or do we not recognize those names?
No, Min is the Asian guy. I mean, you don't recognize that name. Actually, yeah, none of you recognize that name. It's only Alphonse that would recognize that name. So you don't recognize that name, but you do recognize. I mean, the Achia is the name of the abbess.
Oh, okay. He just nods and he's like, I figured as much. He says, so you thought the only way to stop this disease from spreading was to murder those people?
What do you think?
No.
If you let it
Cantarius.
run its course, then it just spreads quicker. You have to kill them.
Or you could not let it run its course. And I nodded to Antonius. I'm like, he had here. How many days ago was that?
Wait a second. Since when are we the good guys?
Or Theo. It was Theo. But we're supposed to always be the good guys.
That's a good point.
Theo was the one that got it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. You
I
just
was
have to.
there when
You
that
just have to.
happened, right?
I mean, you were
Was I
aware
not?
of it. You
What?
weren't there when it happened.
Okay,
But
okay. All right, yeah. I couldn't remember if I was there, if I knew.
you were aware
But,
of it at least.
How many days ago was that? That was at least a day ago, right?
That was
Yeah.
like 2 days ago.
No, it was about a day. This is
Okay.
all happening a lot quicker than you're thinking.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I nodded to Theo. I'm like, he contracted it a day ago, and it was worked out of him. He's fine. He's not writhing in pain or blistering or seeping green smoke. Clearly, you've missed
I wonder
something.
if I can get it again.
What?
I wonder if I can get it again, or because I don't because I already had
Well,
it.
maybe. My point is that you're not dead, and he's going around murdering these people instead of trying to heal them. Because they haven't.
Yeah.
You can't heal them.
Yeah, but we couldn't save the girl, and she was long. I mean,
Well,
she
yeah,
was pretty
You
far.
had it
But
for a long time. You had it very shortly, but they wouldn't have had it for that long either. The woman we found had like very faint. She didn't even have any symptoms. So what did she say? Sorry.
He said, if you guys are like discussing this or whatever, like he says, you can't heal it. It's not a thing that you could just make go away.
does that mean I'm gonna?
Yeah, apparently. Dellon looks at him. He's like, well, everyone else died much quicker than him. He seems to be all right. How do you explain that?
I feel pretty fine.
I don't
Look at him. He looks pretty fine.
know. I wasn't told everything.
I'm like, yeah, you were just told to murder people. And then he just turns around and he says, I'm going to go have a word with your abbess. And then I nod to Theo and I'm like, he's all yours. Do whatever you need to learn. I take my sword. I grab my sword. I want that.
Okay, and yeah, so Theo like, goes to like ask him more questions or whatever, and let's just go ahead and take your second break there, and then we'll probably cut back to Alphonse and see what he wanted to ask the abbess. So, all right, so stick around. We still got more Burning Wheel to come right after this.
Wait, Alphonse, you're gonna.